you asking?
All right, welcome to Old Boy TV. We're doing some politics news here. Just a little talk. Let's put something up. All right, let me restart this. Mr. Kevin O'Leary talking about some of these idiotic policies Kamala is talking about trying to do.
Don't mess with the American dream. There's a reason people go through barbed wire to try and get in here. We don't want to set a policy up where they're trying to get out of America.
Let's go ahead and bring in Kevin O'Leary. He's the chairman of O'Leary Ventures and Shark Tank superstar and investor. Kevin, you're the perfect guy to have on this topic. I've been reading up on what you've said over the last couple of weeks about the proposals out of the Harris campaign. Let's start with one of her top economic issues, which is her proposed curbs to so-called price gouging. You say this has been tried as a policy in other countries. It has failed, every single time down the line, and there's no real way to get it implemented here in the United States, right?
No, there isn't. This is Soviet-style price control, which leads.
This is how I want to be right here. This how you know this man got money. He don't give a fuck. He don't care. He gonna sit here and do this interview with his top on, his top suit on, but he gonna show you the camera showing the rest of what he got going on. This man got on some pink flip-flops with some, I don't know what he got going on down there, but he does that on purpose. You understand? Because he just know, it's just funny.
I mean, there's no need to get, fully dressed when you're just going to be virtual.
Let's proceed.
Leads to inflation, supply shortages, very big problems in terms of competition in the market because you don't get competitors coming in when the government decides pricing. She was basing that off the idea of gouging under state laws like Texas. If there's a flood, there's a short period where they go after people that raise prices, but you can't do that nationally, and nobody wants it. I think it's a very populist idea, impossible to implement, would never pass Congress. So she seems to be throwing a lot of stuff at the wall. I understand why she's doing it. She's being encouraged by what she's seeing in the polling. But a lot of these proposals have not, been scrutinized by you, reporters, on a one-on-one interview to actually understand how they'd be implemented. This is an incredibly bad idea, tried in the 70s in America. It doesn't work in Venezuela, North Korea, anywhere. It's un-American, and so everybody knows that. So I'm just wondering if how long she gets away. And I'm not saying she doesn't understand her strategy, but throwing this stuff at the wall and not being accountable for it is not how to run a campaign, I don't think. I think swing state voters smell it, and they won't like it, and that could hurt her.
So I want to ask you about housing, one of her other big proposals. You say that her idea to build 3 million new homes in the U.S. is just a non-starter. Likewise, it's subsidizing, lower income first-time home buyers of $25,000 is only going to cause inflation. Can you unravel that for us a bit?
Very simply, I'm in the real estate market. Many are. I'm an investor in real estate. It's a state mandate. So when you want to build a house in a state, you've got to get a permit. I don't know what state's going to give her a permit for 3 million homes. And so that's never going to happen. Secondly, the reason there's been so much inflation in housing is not just the market. It's the regulatory environment. California's a very good example. Half the cost of a house, 40 to 50%, is the cost of the regulatory hurdle to get the permit in the first place. So that has to be changed. Now, this idea of giving free money from a helicopter in an inflated market that's tight, where there's no supply, and the reason there's no supply is half the mortgages that are still out there for the next 3 years are at under 4%. So if you own one of those mortgages, you're never going to sell your house. It's an anomaly period. Yeah, well, you're not going to sell your house. And so as a reason, you don't want to pay 7.2% mortgage. You're not dumb. So that's why there's no supply. So this idea that you're going to give $25,000 of free dollars to people, let's say there's one house on your street for sale, and all of a sudden you give 9 buyers $25,000 more dollars each. All of that goes to the seller. They'll just raise their price $25,000. This idea is beyond insane. It's the worst policy I've ever heard, and everybody in real estate knows it's a non-starter. That's the second idea I know would never stick, never get through Congress. I mean, how many ways can
John, what you think about that?
You right on point.
If Kamala Harris get elected, she want to give you $25,000 to buy a house. But let me tell you who else is gonna get that money? You know what's going on in Colorado
Yeah.
with them illegals that's taking over the apartments in the neighborhoods?
Yeah.
They gonna get that money too. Them people that's crossing the border gonna get that money too.
No, they're gonna get more than that.
They're gonna get way more than that.
I'm just saying. Do you
That's
understand the dynamic
$25,000
here?
on top of what they get.
So let me ask you this. Let's say you're about to go buy a house, okay? You go apply for the grant, loan, whatever this is that they want to give out. You're gonna get $25,000. You apply for the whatever this is, you get $25,000. You know what I'm gonna do as a seller? That $225,000 house, I'm gonna sell it for $250,000 because I know you getting. I know you getting $225,000. I know you getting $25,000.
No, but remember, she's going to cap. What was it?
Price gouge.
Gouging. Yeah.
Price gauge.
So you're not going to be able to do that. She's not going to let
Oh,
you.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Under
do
her
it.
policies.
I'm
Well,
gonna do
Not
it.
on,
On top of that, the price of building materials is gonna go up too.
All
Yeah.
right, so we all on the same page. Let's finish. Mr. O'Leary talking about.
can you think to print money? That's why you have inflation. You got to stop. Remember, this is the same person, and she's going to have to take scrutiny on this and questions, that signed that bill that we didn't need, the Inflation Reduction Act. That ended up being very inflationary. At some point, you have to answer. So I'm looking forward to this thing tonight, although it's not live. But I've never seen in history a presidential candidate avoid the press. That's going to end in the next 68 days. And then we'll find out where she stands. And I'm not against what she's doing. It seems to be working for her. But you got to face the light eventually.
You got to face the music. Kevin, let's talk about her tax policy. The Wall Street Journal has done their analysis. This is what they report back. They say ultimately, big picture here is that under her plan, taxes would go up for high-income households across the board. Most Americans.
Man, damn all that.
So back to what we was just discussing. I'm actually in the process of getting my electrical inspector's license. So with that being said, I'll be able to they'll be calling me out. Companies will call me out to do electrical inspections on homes, businesses, and commercial buildings to see if they're up to code to be able to sell, right?
Right.
And so, from my understanding, with all of these new houses that are just being put up, these so-called cookie cutter houses that they're selling in the from the 125 to the 250 range, they're putting them up so quickly and so cheaply that when these people are buying these homes from other states, here in Columbia, matter of fact, in Lexington to be exact, they're finding out that they're cutting a bunch of red tape. So as these people are moving into their homes, countertops are coming loose. They're not bolted down like they're supposed to be.
Oh no.
Faucet plumbing is not being glued correctly, so their pipes are coming loose, which is causing water damage inside houses. The concrete slabs are not up to code, so these houses are sitting on these so-called concrete slabs. The foundation is cracking because it's not sitting level on the sand. Of course, sand moves when water is in it or running through it, and so the sediment is shifting, which is causing the foundation to crack, which is causing these houses to sit unsettled. So
Okay, what you saying?
if you have somebody like Kamala Harris who says that she's going to give 25,000 to individuals to buy houses, you already have these companies, and I'm just being real. These companies, these home building companies, who are just coming out here and putting these homes up in like 3 or 4 weeks. They're already cutting corners, but they're getting paid a lot of money to do mediocre work.
So, but check this out also, right? So she's talking about, because remember, under her economy, it's a socialist economy, right? So everything's going to be ridiculously expensive anyway. That 25 grand ain't going to buy you anything no larger than a corner office, all right? And you only be able to split, you probably be able to put one twin bed in there. Those houses are going to be ridiculously overpriced. Mortgage is going to be horrendous on top of the taxes and interest rates. That 25,000 ain't going to be nothing but a doorknob that you didn't even get to pick out. But I hear what you're saying. I've heard the same thing and seen the same thing with those new houses. I know someone that they bought theirs brand spanking new, first owner of the home, and in about a year, screws and nails started falling out from the drywall, and the aluminum pillars that they had were twisting.
Yeah.
So I've seen, and like you could, and like the kitchen, it was one of those open floor plans, so the kitchen was right there with the dining room, and that thing was bouncing, like just walking through there, and no one was heavy. It's not like you had a freaking elephant in that house, but just you shouldn't have done all of that for the cost of that house, and it was 2 stories. Yeah, it was ridiculously overpriced and cheaply
If I told you
made.
this was happening in 2024,
Yeah.
would you believe me? Let me tell you how crazy this is. In Aurora, Colorado, there's a Venezuelan gang that has taken over 2 apartment buildings. I could you not. The landowner has contacted the local authorities. They said there's nothing they can do about it. That's squatter laws, bro. I could you not. Look this up. Number 2, he went to the FBI. They said there's nothing they can do. And he even went to the marshals, y'all. And this Venezuelan gang has taken over the apartment building. They're charging the tenants inside rent money like they're the landlords. Meanwhile, the real landlord can't get these people evicted. All the people that's leaving the apartment buildings, as soon as they leave, these Venezuelan gang members are just moving in more gang members to a point where they are taking over the building with guns. It's no more security there. Like, look this up right now. And this is exactly what I was talking about like 2 weeks ago. Oh, not even 2 weeks ago on a couple of my videos. This is what they want.
Let me tell you what I want. This will be a dream. Oh, please. See, they know where to go. They know where to go and do this stuff. Oh, boy. I would salivate over a situation like this.
Hey, I just sent you a video. If you wanna,
I will salivate. You put it in the
if you wanna
chat.
try to share that.
Did you
Let
put
me
it in the
see if I
chat?
can. No, I sent it
Put
to
it
you,
in-
but I can
put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Put it in the chat for me, please. I would salivate over a situation like this. Oh, please, Venezuela games, bring that to where we are, please.
No, leave that
Oh.
where they at.
No.
Huh?
Leave that where they at.
No, come on, bring it on.
No.
I'm gonna show them something.
Back within. Y'all better stay safe. Y'all better stay safe. This is what they want. For the country to be attacked from within. Black people versus the brown people. Let them fight it out. You see what I'm saying? Y'all better stay safe. It's getting crazy out here. Because it's going to get to a point where it's going to start affecting you. You may not live in...
Let it affect me. Come on, please, please. I'm begging it. Bring it. They know where to go. You see, you don't never hear about all this stuff in certain places. You always hear about it over there. But I'm telling you, they know where to go. They know not where to go. But bring it here. Make my
Aurora,
day.
Colorado, but the fact that it's happening, Man, this is crazy. Y'all better stay safe.
This is the thing, though.
Man, I've been seeing videos about.
This is the thing. I've seen a lot of these videos. I can only feel sorry for a handful of them because a lot of them, the ones that I've seen, I know they voted for this stuff.
So they said they've gone into gun stores. They robbed gun stores. You
Did
see
you
these
just-
high level,
could
these
you
high
hear me?
caliber weapons.
Can you
Go
hear
ahead,
me?
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I can.
okay. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I got messed up again. But no, yeah, but what I'm saying is like, yeah, there are a lot of these videos out there of, the residents, but they voted for that stuff though. Because a lot of them, they'll go on here and they'll be like, I feel sorry for them because they came here for a new life. They didn't, no, not these, you fell for it. We told you what was going to happen. Trump told you what was going to happen. And now everybody boo-hoo, whining and crying. Now that it's at their doorstep, people can't even step outside without having to look both ways just to check mail.
So now you got the Hell's Angels supposed to be on the way over there. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but we're
Allegedly.
gonna see about that.
I haven't really seen too much on it.
I don't see no blickies on them, so I don't know what they're gonna do.
They can't
They
travel.
need to have a lot of
across state
blickies on.
lines.
I don't see no blickies on them bikes. I don't know what they're gonna do. What's
Remember-
the gun laws in Colorado? Can they have guns?
It's a blue state.
Oh, I guess not. On the way to Aurora to help clean up the apartment yard. I don't need to clean up no apartments. I need to take some big gas and figure out what they're gonna do. Look, this was going on in
Tren de Aragua, which has been infiltrating the U.S. for the last 2 years. The NYPD says these are suspected members of the ruthless Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, which has been infiltrating the U.S. for the last 2 years. NYPD Assistant Chief of Detectives Jason Savino telling me it is believed this video was made while the gang members were in Ecuador, and its purpose is to recruit new members.
Then,
yeah.
when you fast forward, you see the same individuals where? In Times Square. So that's our concern.
The NYPD says Tren de Aragua has been making it over the border with the migrant influx and is getting established in New York.
What we do see is they are.
See, this is what you vote. When you vote, all the black people out here talking about, I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she's a woman. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she's a woman of color. Man, look, this is what you're voting for.
Trying to grow.
Idiots.
The gang has gone from petty crimes like shoplifting and stealing cell phones and jewelry to all-out shootouts in the streets. Alleged gang member Bernardo Raul Mata recently confessing to police that gang members are being instructed to shoot police officers. Mata is charged with shooting 2 officers after they stopped him for riding a moped the wrong way on a one-way street in Queens. In court, an assistant district attorney revealing what Mata told investigators about the gang.
Tren de Aragua members are smuggling firearms into city shelters inside food delivery packages. That way they don't have to go through the metal detector.
Guns being smuggled into migrant shelters in food delivery packages that are not being screened. The gang violence is escalating. The
Now, while that's going on, this what grandma and auntie watching. This what grandma and auntie watching here. Hold on.
Labor Day weekend is here, and so is Global Black Pride. For the first time, it's being held in the U.S., and it's here in Atlanta. The headliner is actor and singer Billy Porter. He is here.
Oh my gosh. That dude is disgusting. He's
Look at this
broke
dude.
too. He's broke too.
Look at this dude.
He's broke.
Black Pride. Why them Venezuelans coming over here and taking over apartments? And y'all worried about Black Pride. This was CNN watching, showing.
In studio. Thank you for coming in.
It is my pleasure.
It's so good to have you. We're going to talk about Global Black Pride in a moment, but first, let me get your thoughts on that conversation we just
Big old
had
punk.
about this increasing list of corporations
banned for
backing
this.
away from DEI commitments, backing away from the HRC. What do you think when you see it?
It's not a surprise. Historically, we as people of color, me as a Black gay man, my rights have been up for legislation since the moment I could comprehend thought. The fact that that's what we're still doing to literally just be seen is disgusting. They are cowards, and it's time for us to figure out how to combat that. We won in the courts, and they're flipping those decisions in the courts. They're flipping the words that gave us the wins back on us. We need lawyers to do the same thing and get it back. We did this already. I don't understand it. They are cowards, and we have to now go back to the tactic of hitting them in their pocketbooks.
Yeah, that was one of the questions I asked. Who's on the other side that's fighting as hard as the conservative activists who are trying to get rid of DEI to support them? So let me
We
ask you
need
this.
those people.
You were the DNC.
Yes.
And we talk in this show about centering voices of people of color and the stories that impact them. But from the perspective of LGBTQ plus Americans, what's on the line in November?
Literally everything. And it's intersectional.
Yeah.
Everything's on the line for all of us.
Negro, I don't intersect nothing with what you got going on. First and foremost, I don't intersect with nothing. I don't identify with you. I don't got nothing. This nigga got blind fucking weave on. And sound like he just got finished smoking a cigarette, man. Boy,
I
stop.
sent you that link too.
Yeah, I got it.
That's the reason why we all have to come together and fight together. All of these intersections, we must fight together. The DNC was so powerful for me because for the first time in 8 years, or almost 9 years, there was.
I don't even care what this Negro got to say. I don't even care, man. He's a blasphemy. You blasphemy, boy. All right, let's see. Mass gang waving AR-style rifle attacks at home in Denver, Colorado suburb. 0 arrests. Coming to a neighborhood near you. Come on. I got something for him. Real nice. I don't know why they ain't playing. Can y'all see the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it? Or okay. Hey, I'm gonna have something real big for him. It's gonna be a bad day. I can't blow up the video.
Yeah, you probably have to log in to do that.
Did it get bigger?
You good. That just happened 2 days ago.
And they just stealing the bikes.
Yeah. 2:54 in the morning.
I'm gonna just say this, y'all. Get y'all blickies. Get your CWPs. Get everything you need to get. Start ordering ammo online, please. Cause if Kamala Harris get in this White House, oh my God, it's gonna be bad. Let's see what Uncle Trump got to say.
It's a fantastic book, 45books.com. You can order it directly. I'm going to tell you, there's so many, I can't possibly cover it all.
No, I know.
But you loved being president. You could see. You were excited about it. You were engaged about it.
Well, I love doing
Yeah.
a great job for the country. I loved being president, but I loved it because we were doing such a great job. We had the greatest economy in history. Then COVID came in, and we did a great job there. I never got the credit for that, but that's okay. but that was so bad for the whole world. $50 trillion in damage it caused. Every country was devastated, including China. They were just a later version of it. But every country was devastated. It came in. We did a great job. We did things. We made the masks and the gowns and the ventilators. We were selling ventilators and giving them to the rest of the world. We were way advanced. And when I gave it over to them after a terrible election, a disgraceful election, but we gave it over to them, the stock market, I think, was higher than just prior to COVID coming in. And it was a miracle, actually, because we could have been in a Great Depression. We gave just the right amount of money so that businesses could make it through. And then you had a bounce back on jobs. You know, they like to take those jobs. I had the greatest job market ever created. But when COVID comes in, a pandemic, any pandemic, there are pandemics.
He ain't lying.
There's a bounce back of jobs. In other words, the same people working, they come back 4 months later, 5 months later. And we had great jobs. You can't take credit for a bounce back if you happen to be president, and these people are now flowing back into the job market. But we did a great job, and I loved being president, but I love being president because there has never been an economy like the economy that we created. And China was paying us a fortune. You know, China never paid 10 cents to any other president. Any other president, you go all the way back, and they were paying hundreds of billions of dollars to the U.S. in the form of taxes and tariffs. And I got along with China. You know, I got along. I had a lot of respect for President Xi. The press hates when you say that. I had a lot of respect, but I did. And there's no reason we won't get along with China, but they were taking advantage of us. But Europe is taking advantage of us almost as badly. The European Union, what they're doing to us is incredible. $250 billion in, I call it losses. They don't take our cars, we take their cars. They don't take our farm product, we take their product. They don't take practically anything from us. And I straighten a lot of these things out.
See, this is what people don't understand. This is what the United States has to do in order to level the playing field. All these different countries, the UN, how many billions of dollars do we put into the United Nations fighting a war over in Ukraine? And they're over there. They don't even put towards half that money. Like, it don't make no sense at all. How are we putting up more money than y'all putting up towards your own war? That's like the UK giving us billions of dollars to fight Mexico when we're not putting up our own money to fight Mexico if we was in a war. Like, it don't make no sense.
But
you have politicians who are too busy lining their pockets with the money that they are charging us as tax citizens.
Okay.
They're not paying for the war over there. We are.
They pay taxes too, though.
Money laundering.
They pay taxes too.
No, I didn't say they weren't paying taxes. What I'm saying is they're not. The U.S. government isn't paying for the war in other countries in the United Nations. We are, as a tax-paying citizen. But majority of the money that we have going into the states are lining the pockets of these state politicians.
I don't disagree.
Look, I defeated ISIS in 4 weeks. It was supposed to take 5 years. Our military is great, but they need the right leader. We have great people, and don't worry about it going woke. Those people are not going woke ever. You could sit with them for months and try and convince them they're not going to go woke, but the top people are woke. The people that are trying to do the...
Hey, and that's facts. It ain't the grunts down at the bottom. It ain't your infantrymen, the cooks, you know, the people that's driving the trucks. It ain't none of them. It's your generals, these high-level colonels, generals that's at the top. The people that's right next. They the ones that's making all these insane policies that don't make no sense. And that's the problem.
The convincing are woke. But look at the job we did in defeating 100% of the ISIS caliphate. And other than that, I got you into no wars. You didn't have any wars. But we're going to have the big war, the war of all time, if something doesn't happen. Because I don't think we have a president right now. Biden's on vacation all the time. He's depressed from being overthrown. He was overthrown.
I just showed y'all Biden hiding Biden on the beach while Kamala Harris is destroying herself.
Let me ask you a
Like,
question.
we
Let me
don't
ask you
got
a
no
question.
president. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. All right. So I was talking to a friend of mine, real smart college professor. We were talking about animals and predat- predators and how the gene of evolution, by scientific standards, I'm not off. I'm not going off subject, but it's part of this subject. So the gene of evolution from monkey to man, from ape to gorilla to man, like they're in the jungle. The only predator for the silverback gorilla is another silverback gorilla. You see what I'm saying? Um, and as humans, what he said was, we are we are the top predator on this planet as of right now. The way things are and the way evolution was made and how evolution is, we um, we had a predator. We weren't the top of the food chain, and so at some point in time, the predator that was our apex is dormant, and they're allowing us to be controlled by these top political figures to continue uh, with with overpopulation, overstimulation, um, with kill or be killed, so that when the predator of the human genome does awaken, we're there for the slaughter. It's millions are going to be killed, um, but there will still be millions that will live.
You got something to say on that, Russ? True.
No, sound good to me.
All right. Well, let me tell you let me say something about that. Well, yeah, we are the apex predators on the planet, but the problem is, I ain't gonna say the problem, but the thing, the other, there is another apex predator on the planet. It's humans. That's what you got to understand. You got different levels of humans. You got the apex predators, the ones at the top, on the top of the food chain. The one that run the planet, that really run the planet, not what you see that run the planet. Then you got the regular people that's just here trying to survive. And they're I don't agree as far as we don't have an apex predator. We our own apex predator.
Well,
That's the problem.
what you're hinting on is what we were in a heavy discussion about. So there's two types of humans. Human there's two types of human beings. There's Homo sapiens and there's Homo erectus, right? The difference between the two. Homo sapiens were hunter gatherers. They were the humans that would ravage villages, and they didn't know how to grow crops. They didn't know um, how to harvest the earth. They didn't know how to make buildings or to make things. All their knowledge and brain was to command and conquer. You see what I'm saying? The Homo erectus were the human beings that grew that understood how to grow
Lost.
crop,
All right, good.
to cultivate the earth, to manage livestock, to build, to create. Though that was the Homo erectus. And so a lot of what we were talking about the other day with the Homo sapiens were what people refer to now as um, the the reptilians. um, they were the so-called cavemen.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Go ahead.
They were the so-called cavemen. Homo erectus never had to live in caves, and Homo erectus were less better for worse. It was more we were on the fence about Homo sapiens being the white Caucasian, come from the mountains of Caucasus, and the Homo erectus were the Africans who started life, Adam and Eve. See what I'm saying?
Okay. One Trump. Can y'all hear?
You cutting in and out.
Yep. In and out.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
This was a coup. I think you agree with that.
100%.
This was a coup. And the person running got no votes, and they wanted to be.
John, you know what a coup is?
Yeah. Who they talk?
What's the truth?
Say that again.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What's a coup?
What'd you say? What's a coup?
What
Plan
is
to
a
try
coup?
to overthrow the plan to try to overthrow the government from within.
You think that's what
From
happened with Joe
within.
Biden?
Yeah.
That's definitely what happened with Biden. That man went on vacation. A jacked up letter came out with his signature that wasn't even his signature, saying that he was dropping out of the race, and then he comes back and it looks like he's lost in the sauce.
He on vacation with the millions that his son got from China.
Politically correct because 6 weeks ago they thought she was a joke. And immediately the press, the press is really the biggest problem of all, the fake news, I call it, is the biggest problem of all. Because they immediately went from her being a joke, not qualified, she'll be terrible, and she's the worst vice president in history, too. All of a sudden, she's wonderful. But she's not wonderful. So we have a debate coming up, and I look forward to that. And she'll be exposed.
Bro, let me tell you what's going to happen in this debate. Harris is going to be destroyed by Donald Trump. It's going to be so wonderful. I cannot wait. And you know what's going to be so sad? People going to see her get destroyed in this debate. And they still going to be like, ha, I'm going to vote for her because she's a woman. I'm going to vote for her because she's a woman of color because she ain't black.
That's what's
Just
going
because your
on.
Just because your daddy claim half Jamaican don't mean you black. If at most you're like a quarter black, you 25%. Like, stop playing, man.
No, but they did.
Mr. President, the press.
People are so stupid. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say. I thought they did go back into her family history, her family tree, and there wasn't. No family came from Africa.
No, she's a
They're
black woman.
They're gonna make it look like what they want it to look like.
Well, just because she got some melanin don't make her black.
You know what my definition of black is? I don't claim myself as African American. I'm not African American. I'm Black American. I'm an American Negro, if you want to say a name on it. But I ain't never been to Africa. Yeah, I might have some blood from the continent of Africa. Yes, I might have some blood. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a black Indian. I'm a black Negro. I'm an American black. I'm a black American. North American, not African American. And there's a difference. There's a difference between African American. Elon Musk African American. And he white. I'm not African American. I'm black American. I'm from, I hate to say this, but I'm if you born on the land of America, I don't really believe in the descendants of black Americans, FBA. Cause I can go into a whole diatribe about that I ain't got time for right now. But all that slavery and all that stuff, I don't believe none of that. I'm from the land of America. That's it. I ain't white. I ain't European white. I ain't African American. I ain't Jamaican. None of that. I ain't Indian. I'm black American from the land of America. There's a distinction. You say what?
Well, the distinction between America, a black American, the stigmata of that is because you claim to be from America, that you originated here, and that your origins are slavery origins, because you are American.
Hold on, I ain't understand what you're saying. No, I kind of got part of what you're saying, but I got confused. You say that again?
The stigmata around saying that you are a black American.
It automatically mean I'm a slave from Africa.
You're a descendant from a slave ancestor that was here from America. That's the stigmata.
A descendant. Yeah, that's a stigmata, and that's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that now. That's all fake history. We're gonna get into real history deep, but we might have to go to Rumble for that. I can't get into the crazy stuff here on YouTube. We got to keep it clean because I'm gonna get banned. I'm probably already gonna get banned anyways. But we're gonna get into real history of where you came from, where you think you came from, and a lot of the lies they told about history and where black people came from, slavery, African history, the diaspora, and all that stuff. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Our family genealogy comes from the Moor bloodline. We were never slaves. We came from royalty.
We came
from royalty.
We're gonna get into that. Don't go too deep now.
I'm just telling you.
We're gonna keep it
from my bloodline.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but we're gonna keep it on the surface right now. Let's keep it to this politics, and let's see what Uncle Trump got to say.
It's very, very interesting. Before you got into the politics, the press liked you.
They love me. I got the greatest press. I don't know what I did. I got the best press.
I'll tell you what you did. You decided to be a Republican. Strike number one.
Yep.
You took on Obama. Strike number two. Defeated Hillary Clinton. Oh, that was a big strike. Strike number three. And you became president of the United States. You stopped the Obama, Hillary, that sort of dynasty from doing exactly what Kamala Harris wants to do now, push the country over the cliff. You're a capitalist. You say you use common sense, which is true. America first, national security. Those are the views of most Americans.
He's a nationalist.
Let me ask you this. Do you think
he's a nationalist? Go ahead.
Do you think that that was Hillary's last attempt to try and become president?
Hell yeah. Listen, Trump about to beat Hillary. They stole the election against him when he went against Biden the second time, or the first time. They're gonna try to steal his next election. That's gonna be the only way Kamala wins this election. They're gonna steal it. They're gonna do ballot harvesting. They're gonna stuff the ballots, and they're gonna steal it. And if they win this election, if the Democrats win this next election, oh my God, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. It's gonna be bad for you Negroes. It's gonna be bad for you Negroes because of the immigrants. These immigrants gonna replace your ass. I'm echoing. I can hear somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, you got an echo, man. They recording you now, bro.
Russia Truth.
They listening
All
now,
right.
bro.
Dawes Russia Truth. All right. She was I don't know what kind of setting she
Nah, I
had
got
on
you.
it. Okay. But yeah. They going you good now. Yeah, if they steal this next election, Trump, listen. And I was telling the family this. I'm gonna just say family that when the stats come out for this next election, you're gonna see more black men, American black men, vote for Trump, vote Republican, vote right than ever in history. Remember I said this. You're gonna see more black men vote for Trump. Young black men. I ain't talking about the old geezers now. The old geezers, they brainwashed. They done. Can't tell them nothing. Black. They want black. They don't care what it is. If it look black, they voting for it. Whether it's Obama, and Big Mike, or whether it's Biden.
See, this is my issue with the black community. It's that they treat the blackness as if it's a god. They act like that just because the politician is black and a Democrat, that they have to vote for that politician. Forget what you see playing out in real time with these governors and mayors in Detroit, New York, Chicago, all of them. You're talking, you have black people in power. Shoot, you had 8 years of Obama, and he didn't do anything for you. I mean, he's actually more black than Kamala Harris. But nothing came out for the black community. But who was it? Mayor Johnson? What's that? Who was the one that's like a school teacher? Up in let's see, Mayor. I'm gonna try to look him up. Yeah, Brandon Johnson is the mayor of Chicago. Dude has only been the mayor for like a year, and he's already bankrupted the whole city of Chicago.
Destroyed Chicago.
Are you serious?
This man is bringing in all these illegal people. Now this is what kills me about Negroes, especially old Negroes. You voting for the people that's gonna give you your own demise.
Well,
these Negroes that you voting in is bringing in all these immigrants that's about to replace your ass, and they can't see. What's the saying? You can't see the water.
Writing on the
You
wall.
can't see the bridge cross, huh?
You talking about you can't see the writing on the wall? Where are we going with this?
You can't see the writing on the wall, but you can't see you can't see what's right in front of you. It's so sad.
So
Go ahead, John.
check this out. We live, right?
Right.
We real live.
I can hear this later. I can go back to this. But here's the situation, right? So a couple weeks ago, I was on a podcast and I was talking to a friend of mine. He delves in just more than real estate. He's a financial a financial bookie, right? I'm gonna just say he's a financial bookie. He had to go to he went to he had to go to Chinatown or China, one of the two, or Japan or something like that. And do books for part of the Yakuza mafia. And he's black. And so when he got in front of like this Yakuza boss, he said that no man put fear in him. But when he got in front of this mafia, they were so organized that it was like really, really intimidating how organized they were. And the guy who he went to go see was impressed with him because he had all of his stuff as far as financial planning in order, and he was commending him. You know what I mean? And the dude, when they got done conducting business or whatever, he told him, he was like, you have things so organized. Like you have this man here that does this. You have these men here that do this, and everything was so like so strict. Your organization is like the epitome of what of how to run a legitimate organization. And the boss man he went to see was like, you know, he was just gonna shoot it out there to him, and was like, you know, blacks are everybody loves black people, and everybody takes from what blacks create. And the crazy thing is, it's like we are such the we are such the head of innovation on everything, but we can't. The thing that makes us as weak as we are as a race is the fact that we can't come together and organize together. I want to say what he said was, we can't even organize crime.
Oh, that's facts. Hold on. But that's facts. Listen, let me tell you why I can back up what you're saying. All these big time dope dealers that's been in the United States, let's go all the way back to the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, selling crack, cocaine. How have they turned that into a big business? It's only one group of people that can turn bad money into good money. I'll say it like that. And they start with chewing gum. I like to chew my gum.
Well,
I ain't gonna say the name.
the reason I say the reason I put that out there is because it's like, this is the very reason as to why we delegate ourselves to dumbing down to society, bro. If we could come together as a people rather than be split apart by the powers that be. Look, the only reason that they are in office is because they play the system so well of division between the blacks. That is not. You don't even hear them talking about, well, Kamala Harris's uh, uh, presidential election is going to be based on the Asian vote, or the Native American vote, or on the votes of the Indian people, or the Arabs, or the Mexicans. No, it's the Trump's any president that's been in office, their votes have their position of power has been delegated off of the number of votes that they get from blacks.
Well, the thing about that is because blacks like to they get very emotional.
Yes.
So they blew up, like we know that we now know the truth about slavery and the civil rights movement. That was a whole gimmick in regards to how big it actually was from the beginning.
Yeah.
Slavery was of course bad, but when you find out what you find out now is that not every white person owned a slave. So they started rolling out with movies about slavery, and of course it was not pretty, but to the magnitude, because now you find out that there were actually black slave owners,
Yeah.
that Indians owned slaves. So, and then white people, if they were poor, they were treated just as bad as slaves.
Yeah.
But they don't want you to know that. So, and then of course you had the whole civil rights movement. You find out Rosa Parks, she actually had a car. She was just there to, make the statement even louder in regards to blacks not even being able to sit where they wanted to sit in the bus. But you also found out that blacks actually had their own buses.
Yeah.
So they were masters of manipulation, and you had blacks that were in on it that they don't want you to know about. People that you today, or that blacks today hail as heroes, i.e. Martin Luther King, on certain situations in regards to how the civil rights movement um, gained the momentum, the cards that they played in it. There's a lot of it. I mean, you think about it. Martin Luther King got the Margaret Sanger Award. Who was Margaret Sanger? Why would he get an award from her? So there's a lot to do with pulling on those emotional strings, and black people just don't know how to. They've learned to let go over the course of the past like 4 years or something like that. But you still got a lot of them, like the older ones that we know. They just, they lived it back then, but you think about how the information was pushed then and how you could gain information versus how you can get it now.
Well, again, there goes the whole two banger of the two different species of the Homo sapiens and the Homo erectus. The Homo sapiens used the Homo erectus because it was a command and conquer. Let me tell you something. I didn't understand this until I was actually studying for my exams for electrical for my electrical exam, right? And so the reason, let me see if I can put this in a way that's simple for not
That's YouTube
not
friendly.
y'all, but for when I pull this back up, it's easy for people to understand what I'm saying. So yes, up north they had a lot more money as far as building, which is why you had cities like New York and Chicago, California, um, Missouri and Pennsylvania, and those core big cities. You see what I'm saying? And then you come down to the Carolinas and Virginia and Georgia and Alabama and Mississippi, and it seems slow. It seems slow at the in those times back in like the 20s, 30s, and the 40s. But you have to understand, like, the way society was here from those other places was the fact that slavery was the dollar was so minute. Slave owners were making so much money and profiting and pocketing so much money off of the backs of slaves that theoretically these cats had so much money they were able to now this how it was put from us in the South to Northern. They actually thought that we were slow because we were spending more money. We were spending more money on building codes for for different bathrooms and different public places because whites wasn't allowing blacks to come in this establishment. So they built a separate building with separate plumbing, with separate bathrooms, with separate stoves for blacks to be able to have somewhere to go. It didn't make sense to the people up north because now we're spending double on what can easily be uh, um, um, the cost effective in just having one. You got two Dollar Generals now. You have a Dollar General for the whites. You got a Dollar General for the blacks. Well, what is that costing? Well, it's not costing them much because you're building this off the backs of slaves, off of the ones that you're already profiting off of. I didn't realize, but North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, the slave to slave owner numbers were like, for every 100 slave owners, there was thousands of slaves.
So
Thousands.
why the Negroes didn't take over? Why were they so scared? Why didn't they stand up and just kill all the white people? Like,
Fear tactics.
what was holding them back?
Fear tactics. It really wasn't until Jim Crow came, because slaves were revolting. Slaves were revolting, bro. But when the Jim Crow era came about, and so now you had people who were coming around masked, hooded people who were riding on horses with in gangs and just doing. Now you have political who are trying to keep down the black population, the slave population, because they don't want the revolt. Hence, they burned a whole city. They used the American military to doppelgang and destroy a whole city that was created by Indians and blacks. Can't have that. Can't have that.
Yeah.
But fast forwarded to now. Fast forwarded to now. Why do you think there is no such thing as a Black Wall Street right now? And this was another thing that I didn't know. This was another thing I didn't know. They were rezoning a lot of these slave what they call slave towns. They were rezoning them by completely demolishing them by putting man-made lakes on these so when they tell these slaves they got to go, oh, where's your free papers at? Oh, you don't have your papers? Then you coming to live on my land and you gonna work your freedom off, because we gotta take this and we're gonna block this off to make man-made power, to generate power so that we have electricity. Man, there's so many lakes, bro. There are so many lakes that were man-made due to the fact that they were trying to doppelgang and the North by using the man-made lakes to propagate power through cities and towns, bro. You don't believe me? You can. That's fact check that, bro. Fact check that. It made me sick in my stomach.
I don't need to fact check it. All I know is weakness. All I know is Negroes lost. That's all I know. Can y'all see this?
But that's just it. We're not losing, bro. We're not losing.
We're not losing. We lost.
We are in the fourth. It can't be that we lost, bro. We just had a whole. This past Olympics, we had a whole damn category of breakdancing in the Olympics, bro. Who started breakdancing?
But who won the breakdancing?
And that was the first and last breakdancing allowed
who
in
won
the
it?
Olympics.
Some lady
it's not about who. It's not about who won it. It's not about who won it. It's about the innovation, like hip hop, all of that.
Breakdancing came from the 80s. That shit is old. Don't nobody be breakdancing no more.
People still breakdance, Ronnie. Shut up, man. You sounding real slow right now. People still breakdance.
I don't know who that is. My name is Old Boy TV. All I know is
my bad.
We about to watch this video.
All right, go ahead. See what you got.
Hold on.
All of that.
What was your favorite accomplishment of hers as VP of the United States?
Honestly, I can't answer that question. I can't, I'm humble there.
I think Walls is a great addition. It's only made us more excited about the ticket. Gender affirming care, transgender rights, all of it, all of that.
That transgender.
Do y'all know what gender affirming care is? You know what transgender right is? You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Are you talking about when they get money for changing their gender?
They basically get it paid for. They don't get money for it.
Yeah,
they get it paid for.
But you know what the crazy, but you know what the crazy and sad part is? Like they can get funding to transition, but they cannot get money to detransition.
Yeah.
And the bullshit. That's got to go. What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Today, I'm in Philadelphia, and we're going
Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to James Klug, because we better watch some of his content.
We're going to find out why Democrats are supporting Kamala Harris and what they think her greatest accomplishments are as vice president. Let's go talk to some people. For
Totally.
I want to know, are you
some of these people you about to see, this is the problem we got with the United States right now. I want to see these liberal idiots. They don't know what's going on. They lost.
I do want to make a correction, though. I have found one accomplishment of Kamala.
You about to be funny, but go ahead.
Nah, I mean, whichever, but, you know, she laid low for 3 years, and now she's running for president. Like, if that's not an accomplishment.
Kamala Harris her accomplishment is she's an idiot.
Huge shout out to our friends over at Allegiance Gold.
She is. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What you about to say?
No, I said she is an idiot, but who was it? Elizabeth Warren said no, that she did say that Kamala Harris's accomplishment was being the first VP to visit an abortion clinic.
There you go.
So who's the running mate?
Tim Walz.
Oh my God. All right. Let's watch this video.
For sponsoring this video. I want to know, are you excited about Kamala Harris running for president?
I am ecstatic.
I thought that was a dude.
Totally. Beyond.
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
I am.
What do you guys think?
100%.
I am excited about her running for president.
It's more energizing. It's amazing that we live in a time where there's an opportunity to have a female president.
It's about time there's a little hope in our country.
Are you excited about her running for president?
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
A bunch of old whites, liberals, a bunch of gay dudes. This the only Negro right here with some sense. This black brother. I got a lot of respect for this brother right here.
Come on.
No.
Absolutely not. 2024 Trump.
Why are you ecstatic?
Because for the first time since, I think, 2008, I feel like hope again. I think she brings hope.
Look at that. Hold on. Let's go back.
2008.
Look at that. She got a Gambit shirt on. Look at that. What is that?
I think, 2008, I feel like hope again. I think she brings hope. It's very hopeful.
Why is that?
Because it's time for a woman president.
Right.
First of all, we got the first black mayor of City of Philadelphia, Mayor Sherelle Parker. And I think, we need a woman in the...
Yeah. I don't care if she's black. It doesn't matter to me whether you're black or white. What matters to me is, are you going to serve the people? And she's not going to serve the people of America, the true people of America.
Yeah. Why do you think so? Do you see her as just being a weaker candidate than Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
She seems to have a good head on her shoulders.
But I think it's a lot of tension in our community right now as a whole. And we need anything we can put in there that can deactivate that tension, bring it down.
Both of them don't know what the hell going on.
They don't.
They watch CNN, MSNBC all day. They don't know what the hell going on. They lost. Lost in the sauce. Go ahead, Jager. You had to say something?
Oh, me?
You said what?
Oh, nothing. I was gonna say Kamala Harris's one of the lines that the left like to use is strength through joy. If y'all go check that out and see what you find on that.
Or strength through bullshit.
No,
it seems to be
right, but I'm saying.
Yeah, I got you. I got
There's a
you.
reason. There's a reason. Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's keep it going.
Interested in bringing people together and actually solving problems.
How do you think that's been the last couple of years?
For the signs, they're going the wrong direction.
So if you see it going the wrong direction, Kamala's in office right now. What makes you think that she's going to change that if she's been in office the last 3.5 years?
This brother James Klug about to break them down. Y'all about to see. Watch this.
I think she's going to have it. It's just not her. It's the Congress. It's the Senate. It's other people.
I mean, I love everything she's about, their party's about, Tim Walz about.
He's a cook.
All good.
Yeah, I think Walz is a great addition.
Oh, God. I'm about to throw up. I almost shite myself. Oh God, hold on. I couldn't. That. Oh God.
He looks like he's in love with her, you know.
He's a cup. She run that relationship.
It's about, Tim Wall's about, all good.
Yeah, I think Walls is a great addition.
Oh God. Oh God. I think Walls is a great addition.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's disgusting.
Made us more excited about the ticket.
I think her choice of a running mate was fantastic. I'd never heard of him before.
When it comes to Tim Walz, he is hailed by, the LGBT community for, he's praised by them for allowing minors to medically transition, the appearance of their gender. So you have all sorts of stuff around that. What are your thoughts about that?
That's crazy. They're minors, meaning that their mind is fully not developed yet. So really, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Do you support children being allowed to, begin that sex change process?
My personal opinion, no. But continuing with the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, to deal with that, because that brings a lot of balance. I mean, our society, the American society, is better than a lot of other societies. So, I may don't like that, but I like the fact that in that Bill of Rights, there is a support for that.
Shut up.
So what's going on here is, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people gonna hate me for this. I'm just gonna be real. Both of them was on dope. Both of them was on drugs. They recovered addicts. And I can just look at them and tell. I'm just being real, man. I'm just being straight up. I'm just being real. Both of them are recovering addicts. They're recovered addicts. And they got their shit on straight, but they still don't know what the hell is going on right now. So y'all support. I don't know if y'all saw it at the first beginning of the video. They're like, oh, Kamala Harris. Oh, we support her. She's a black woman. We need to have a woman in. She's black, blah, blah, blah. But that woman supports all the stuff that you are against. It doesn't make any sense.
Not just against, but stuff that's actually just going to destroy you and make your lives worse.
Destroy.
Hey man, it's all biblical, bro. It's all biblical. And it's
fact.
It's happening right in front of your eyes. The people are being the intelligent people are being silenced because because of the offensive nature that the stupidity, the ignorance of stupid people, their feelings are getting hurt. So it's like people are not more accepting of the truth. They would much rather be comfortable with the lie.
Drop the mic. Hey, you ain't gotta say nothing else. Let's keep it going.
The transition, their support for that?
I don't support it.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to check. Now, when it comes to Kamala Harris, obviously she's been VP the last 3.5 years. What was your favorite accomplishment of hers as VP of the United States?
Honestly, I can't answer that question.
Honestly,
because you don't know. Because she ain't done shit. She ain't done nothing. Now you got sweet cakes and sweet pie here. Sweet cakes and sweet pie. Let's see what they got to say.
that's a good question. I can't really say specifically.
I can't, I'm humble there.
What do you guys think? I can't think of anything, specifically.
Nothing. I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry.
It's more about she just represents, I think I like what she stands for and how she conducts herself.
What's your favorite accomplishment of hers as vice president?
If you don't know. If you don't know what she's done, how does she have something to stand for?
These are liberal
boy,
Democrats.
Do this real quick, oh boy. When you get a chance, pull up Kamala Harris's campaign site and see if she got it listed on there.
We know the answer to that. I'm gonna pull it up though.
And then pull up Uncle Trump's.
KamalaHarris.com. Let's see what they're on there. Okay. Can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. Harris Waltz. Donate for your chance to meet Vice. I don't want to meet you. All I see is donations. Hold up. Later. I see y'all.
No, you gotta close that tab up there.
Okay, let me close this tab.
They got something
okay.
behind it.
Now let's see. Let's see what kind of what kind of policies we can find here.
I think I saw something. Go back up. Go to take action. Let's see what's take action.
Take action. When we fight, we win. Enter your zip code to get started. Find an event near you so you can give us some money. And access volunteer resources to mobilize your community. Zip code locate where? Okay, so what you gonna do for us, Miss Kamala? Meet her?
Yeah,
okay, I can meet you? As a daughter of parents who brought her civil rights. Okay, what are you gonna do? The Biden has achieved historic record of accomplishment, including bringing our economy back from the brink of disaster to create nearly 16 million new jobs, investing in over $1 trillion in infrastructure projects like repairing roads and bridges. Bullshit. What you gonna do for the future?
Don't she look like if she miss a day of brushing her teeth, like her whole breath would smell like straight beets and onions?
Kamala Harris, look. Kamala Harris back in the day. No,
Remember,
Kamala Harris back in the day.
Now.
Kamala Harris about 50, 60 years old. Look, back in the day, Kamala Harris probably was all right. But now?
No, with her Montel, well, first you got to go to Trump's site. But, well, you know, you got that old picture of her and Montel. So.
Montel Williams, yeah. Montel was pimping her out.
Okay, so basically on her site, they was just asking for money. Let's just establish that.
You're not just asking for money. You get to meet them.
Okay. Y'all can see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Trump asking for money too now.
I like how he got that 2024 price right there.
All right. But look, this is a difference. Platform. Let's see what he's talking about. See? Agenda 47. Read all official party platform here. Blah, blah, blah. Look. See? This is what I like to see. Uncle Trump. This is different.
But wait, you said that so there ain't no Agenda 25. That's Agenda 47, right?
47. But you watch CNN.
Sure?
You watch
Pretend I'm a
CNN.
liberal. Okay.
You watch CNN. You watch MSNBC, DNC. They gonna swear that he's made up Agenda 2025. What's it called?
2025.
Okay, but this is Trump's agenda. This is what
I do have that, by the way.
I got that too. I got a 900-page PDF on my phone.
Yes, sir. I do the same.
Because of your brother. Seal the border and stop the migrant invasion. Step 1. Keep the migrants out of here so they can stop stealing your black jobs. 2. Carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. Let's get them out of here. Let's get them up out of here. Okay? There's a difference between Trump and Biden and Harris. End inflation. And make America affordable again. Make America the dominant energy producer in the world. Stop outsourcing. See, what was this on Kamala Harris's page? What was all this? Look, he got a whole list of stuff he want to do. Tax cut for workers and no tax on tips. Do you know what tax cuts means? Think as a corporation. Don't think as a worker. Think like you own your own business. If my taxes are cheaper as a business owner, that means that money carries down to my workers. That money carries down to my product. So if I'm a grocery store, if I got to pay less taxes, if I'm a truck driver, I'm a truck company, and I got to pay less companies to send goods to the grocery store, guess who
The business owners.
Guess who benefits? Guess who benefits on that? Now bread go from $3.85 to $2. See, Nick, let me stop. People don't understand that. Defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. Ooh. Y'all can hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
you good? Yeah, we got you.
Okay, something happened. I don't know what happened. All right, I think the FBI just kicked on here. All right, bear arms. Let's highlight that. Bear arms. Let me blow that up. Bear arms. I need to bear my arms for these Venezuelans. All right. Prevent World War III. Restore peace in Europe. So this is talking about the Ukraine war, the Ukraine-Russia war, and this Middle East here is talking about Israel, Hamas, Pakistan, all that gonna get it. And build a great iron dome. We need our own iron dome shield over our entire country, all made in America. God bless America.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the Iron Dome?
Yes.
The one in Jerusalem.
Weaponization of government against the American people. And weaponization of government against the American people. Guess who had the weaponization of government against them?
The American people.
John.
Trump.
Rush the truth.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you. I know you know.
Excuse me.
Shh. Trump. That's right, though. Stop the migrant crime epidemic, demolish the foreign drug cartels, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. Rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., make them safe, clean, and beautiful again. Like, this is like everything. If I could copy and paste this, I would do it. Keep the U.S. dollar. Keep the U.S. dollar as the world's reserve currency. Where was this on Kamala's website? All I saw was give us money. Fight for and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. Cancel the electric vehicle mandate and cut costly, burdensome regulations. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate radical sexual or political content on our children. Okay? Yeager. How do you feel about this? Number 16 here. How do you feel about that? I don't know if you can see it. I know you're on your phone. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. Go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
I'm always be 100 with you. That's going to be one of his biggest and toughest challenges to date.
Okay. Go ahead.
I like it to be because it's going in the right direction, but as far as him actually, he'll be able to pull off everything else on that list, except that.
So what don't you agree about? What don't you agree with about that? What he wants to do there? Go ahead.
Well, I'm going off a biblical standpoint, and everything else is lining up to what it is. The devil wants our children, and he's going to do everything to the devil will try everything else. He'll squash everything else if he can get to the children, because he knows that's the future. He knows that's the future. So pushing that critical race theory and gender identity, that's going to be it. The fact that it was even implemented into our schools was damage enough. It was damage enough to now going to try and reform that and restructure that. I give him all the credit in the world if he can pull that off. But I know
Rush the
that's
truth. Rush the truth. See,
Yeah.
Yeager is confused. He's completely confused. Yeager, I'm gonna let you read Yeager. Can you see it on my? I know it's probably small. I want you to read that for yourself.
I can't blow it up. Well, read it out loud.
You talking about?
I'm gonna read this again because I think you're confused. I know you're confused. Matter of fact, so I'm gonna read this again so you can understand what he wants to do. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna read it slowly, without slurring, and because I'm country and slow. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. Now I'm gonna give you another chance, Negro.
Okay, so check this out. I'm gonna stand by what I said, but I'm gonna give you an example. There was a lot of things that Obama was pushing. That Congress itself and the Senate or whatever didn't allow. That their whole MO was, yo, we're not passing this. They're just gonna veto it. And he's gonna have to keep going. I love the idea that he's trying to do, and I applaud him for putting it out there that he's going to do that. That's federal, bro. Like I would like I said, everything on that list, I'm pretty sure he can possibly do. That's gonna be his hardest challenge, is what I'm saying.
Rush.
So the cutting of the funding is they just not going to get government funding for anything that they need. No books, no new schools. I don't think he'll have a problem with it, honestly, because a lot of parents, like you've seen these town halls where these parents have gone up and they've read out loud these
books.
these horrible, disgusting books that they shut the parents down for even reading them. And I think he can pull it off.
Check this out.
Check
this out. Before you check this out. So 2 years ago, not even 2 years, like a year and some change ago, my son came to me. He wasn't with me. I was getting him on the weekend. And he came to me with a book that he got out the library. The book was titled Where's Dad? And the book was about the mom telling the son why his dad is not present in his life. I asked him, I said, where'd you get this from? It was a scholastic book. It was in the library. The mama was telling the son, oh, well, daddy went to be with other women and he's not here. And the kid just kept asking, well, where's daddy? Well, daddy's probably at the strip club, or daddy went to go. And I'm reading this book, bro. It's like 20 pages with pictures. And this is what they was putting in the kid. So the division of keeping the dad out of the house.
Question though, real quick, were the characters black or white?
They were white.
Okay, I just wanted to know. I just had to ask. I guess I could have looked it up, but because like that's one of the biggest things is like fatherlessness in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
But that's still a jacked up book to have, and for a kid to read, especially in a public school.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I think he can pull it off with getting rid of that CRT, and of course that because like you had Drag Queen Story Hour, you took God out of schools because you said it was imposing biblical beliefs or religious beliefs onto those who don't believe, but here you are using the LGBTQ plus XYZ and elemental P as a cult and implementing it in schools where teachers are coming to school and painting their rooms in LGBTQ. And our educational system in the U.S., I can't remember where we rank, but and that's when you go into the whole affirmative action. We can't even rank in the top 10 as far as education. So to push that out, to cover that, we put in, or they implemented affirmative action, and those kids are failing miserably in comparison to those students who are here on student visa.
Yeah.
So that stuff needs to go. The direction is in the wrong. It's heading in the wrong direction.
Yeager, do you agree or disagree with number 16?
I agree
No,
with it.
we
I
agree.
didn't say I didn't agree with it.
You said it's gonna be the hardest for him to pass or to get done. Okay. Cause I'm about to turn my foot sideways. All right. Number 17. Keep men out of women's sports. Agree or disagree?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeager?
Of course.
All right. Number 18. Deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again.
That's ridiculous.
Hold on. So do you disagree or agree?
That in itself is an opinion, because I have Indian friends. Not every Indian is Hamas, but if you
hold on, wait.
He said
Hamas is not Indian.
radicals.
Hamas is Israeli.
That's Palestinian.
That's Palestinian. That's they are Islam. Basically.
But you're not talking about. You're talking about the students as well that are pro Hamas, and they're out there boycotting,
Protesting
but
and
they're
stuff.
also because you had what was it on Charlie Kirk's? There was a kid from, I think it was Israel. He was here studying, and he was walking through pro-Palestinian encampment or whatever, and he answers the phone and starts speaking Hebraic to his mother while he's walking amongst them, and they threatened to kill him.
Yeah, right.
And but nothing could be done. Like, the campus police were like, well, their faces were covered, so there's nothing we can do. He's at school. He's on campus. He's just trying to get to school. He's just on the phone trying to talk to his mom. And they hear him speak, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose, and they're threatening his life. So
Okay. Go ahead.
And of course, like the pro-Hamas radicals, those are the actual true fascists that are out there, calling for the death of for those that
Israel.
don't support Palestine. Yeah, that are Israel support. And and definitely not. You don't have every Palestinian that believes in that. You even have Israelis that side with the pro-Hamas people. So this kind of back and forth, but it's not 100% no on Palestinians that believe in that, because a lot of them do want peace, and they don't think that the way it's being held is right. And of course, doing it at a campus and threatening people's lives and all of that. I mean, shoot, take this out as well. Like, they don't even support Kamala.
I landed.
So go ahead. What was the next one?
No, it ain't the next one. I need to hear Yeager. I need to hear what he had
Oh.
on this, because I'm about to turn it sideways on him.
You ain't turn sideways
You
on
disagree?
me.
Do you agree or disagree?
Well,
Deport. Hold on, let me read it out so you can understand.
no, I understand
Deport.
what it says. It's just
Deport
to me,
pro.
that's
Hold
excessive.
on, let me read it out. Deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. Go ahead. What you got to say?
I mean, that's
Agree or disagree?
on that. It's a fine line, and when I say it's a fine line, it's when you read that, no matter how you read it, there's hatred, and there's racism in that, and that is what I don't agree with. What Palestine is doing with Israeli, like I'm all for the Israelites. I'm Christian, and I believe in those beliefs, especially
So
when
you
it comes to
pro-Israel?
So
You
listen to
pro-Israel?
me. Just be quiet and listen to me. So when it comes to biblical, what's happening biblically, like I stand with the rights of Israel. Now with what is put out there, like it's just it's my opinion. It sounds a lot like racism on that, and I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of like that student who you just described, who was talking on the phone with his mom, and some white guy or white girl or some patriot wanted to take it to a whole nother level because they didn't understand the language that he was speaking or who he was speaking to.
Now,
So
those were pro
that can be,
Hamas people that he walked amongst. He was a Jewish kid that walked amongst the
Who's the
pro-Hamas
racist?
and-
that comment that's saying.
Is it Israel or Hamas? Who's the racist?
We are, as Americans.
Who is
It
we?
is what it is.
Who is we? I'm dumb. Who is we?
The Americans
United
that
States,
push that
Americans,
agenda.
black people, white people. Who?
The Americans that push that agenda.
What agenda?
The agenda of radicalizing Hamas people.
So radical. So you against
Hamas-
radical Islam?
Now hold on, Hamas. Yeah, Hamas is.
Hold up. Yeah.
Maybe what I'm saying is coming off wrong, but it's like
I'm just trying to ask questions. I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm stupid. I'm just asking. I'm trying to get your mind. I'm trying to see where your mind is. So, are you pro-Palestine or pro-Israel? Which one is it?
I told you, I'm pro-Israel. I'm pro-positive with.
So
with
you
what-
against
with-
Hamas. So
Yes.
you are against Trump saying deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safer. So you're pro-Palestine.
It's not even
That's what
about
you're
our
saying.
college campuses, bro. It's about.
But you're
us as a people.
pro-Palestine. And I ain't talking about no college campuses. You're pro-Palestine. And if you're pro-Palestine, hey, that's fine. I don't have nothing against you. It's America.
I told you, I'm with Israelis. Those are God's chosen people.
Which one is it? You saying both though. You don't understand. You don't hear yourself. You saying both. Are you pro-Israel?
How am
or
I
you
saying both? Like,
I'm just asking. I'm stupid. I don't know. I'm asking.
obviously, what I'm saying is not getting through because it's you're making it sound like I'm for Hamas and the radicals.
I ain't making it sound like nothing. I'm just asking questions. You
I'm pro-Israel.
pro-Israel. Bottom line. Point blank.
Pro-Israel.
All right, we straight. We straight on that. All right. So you against number 18. That's what you, yeah. You don't like number 18. Okay. No, you do like number 18. Because you're pro-Israel. You're pro-Palestine. You're pro-Israel. So you
I'm
support.
pro-Bible.
You support number 18.
Yeah.
Deport pro-Hamas, which is you don't mess with no
Israelis.
huh?
No, go ahead. My bad. That was.
He don't mess with no Islamic terrorists and all that. Radicals and make our college. So I'm like in the between on this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not with Israel. I'm not with the Palestinians because I feel like none of this shit got nothing to do with America. That's where I'm at with it. So you
It's
can
got a lot
judge
to do with
me. I
America.
don't care. You said what?
It's got a lot to do with America.
What it got to do with America?
In the Bible, it says those who come against God's people will feel God's wrath when He returns.
Who said they God's people?
God Himself.
The Bible.
The Bible. The Word.
I'm gonna leave that right there, right where it's at. All right, let's keep going to the next one. secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. So let me tell you what the leftists, the libtards, are going to say about number 19. They're going to say this is racist because black people don't know how to get identification. Black people don't know how to get IDs to go vote. That's what people on the left will say about number 19. What do you think about number 19?
So, you want to know the crazy part is? So they'll say that black people don't own IDs, don't know how to get IDs, but they are giving IDs to illegals. They are telling them where to go. They are financially supplying illegals with driver's licenses, but in the same breath say that a black person has no idea how to obtain an ID. That's what I got to say about that. And it's out there, you can see it. But I agree with 19.
Yeager just left. Yeager, bring your ass back in here. Bring your ass back in here. Cause 19, we can go into a whole nother podcast on that. I ain't gonna do that right now. Cause I want you two to ban me. And I'm trying to get to 10 subscribers. Hey, make sure y'all go subscribe to Russia True. She's trying to get to 200 subscribers. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Go watch her content, share, like. If you don't like it, dislike it. But make sure you go show Russia True some love. Let's see what's the next one. What's the next one? Unite our country by bringing it to a new record levels of success. This is my whole thing with number 19, 18. Like, I'm pro-America. This is the land I'm born on. I fight for this land, literally. Yeah, I'm about to bring you back in. Hold up. You hear me? Yeager, can you hear me? Say something.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, I got you. All right. So this is my whole thing. I'm pro-America. I don't care about no Israel. I don't care about no Hamas. I don't care about neither one of them. Because to me, personally, neither one of them ain't got nothing to do with the United States of America. We give billions and billions. We have given Israel trillions of dollars that could have been on our land. We supposed to have railways going from. I should be able to get from here to California in an hour on a railway that's going 300 miles an hour. We don't have that. You know why? Because we give billions of dollars to these other countries. I don't support none of that. I'm sorry. You can call me what you want to. I don't care. But pro-Hamas, pro-Israel, or bump all of them. Bump them. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I understand biblically. I understand that. I'm tracking. But the United States is about to go into a deep, dark hole. And this is where I live. So I have priority to where I live right now. I want to protect my land, protect my country, protect where I'm from. I'm not from Africa. I'm not from Hamas. I'm not from Israel, Palestine. I don't care what it got to say about it. Because if it wasn't for the United States, Israel would have been destroyed, blown up, and gone right now.
No, sir. No, sir.
Go ahead.
No,
Speak
sir.
your piece. Speak your piece.
That's all God, bro. God protected his land. It is what it is, man. Like I said, I would not be a minister. I would not be.
Where do you live?
I wouldn't be able to say those things had I not been studying the scripture.
Where do you live?
in South Carolina or the United States of America.
Don't state where you live. I didn't literally mean state the state where you live. What continent, what country are you in?
Of the United States of America, United Slaves of America.
So you feel like you're a slave?
We are slaves, bro. Freedom
You
is
feel
not.
like you're-
Freedom is not. Listen. Freedom is not freedom unless you are caged. Because in order for you to have the understanding of what freedom is, you have to experience freedom. You have to not have experienced freedom.
Mhm.
So
you don't feel like you're free?
no, we're not free. If we was free, I'd be able to travel wherever I wanted to. If I was free, then I could travel these roads and not have to worry about being shot by law enforcement who is there to protect us. If I was free, I would have the freedom to be able to go out here and have the money I needed to if I wanted to get something to eat, I could do that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not free.
The Russian truth. Go ahead.
I was thinking of what the. So a lot of that stuff you're talking about. I mean, I don't feel free in regards to finances because of all the crazy taxes that the government has imposed on us. Like, I don't own my car after it's paid off. I still got to pay property taxes on something that I paid for, which I was paying taxes on it once I drove it off the lot. That was part of the payment plan, right? So, but I do have the freedom to go to church. I do have the freedom to travel state to state if I wanted to. Certain things, yeah, there's going to be stipulations, but you got to remember, Americans imposed a lot of that stuff on us anyway. We're just on the back end of it. We're what's the word? We're reaping what's been sown, so to speak. A lot of these things have come down based off of decisions that we made. I have no fear of cops. I've been pulled over a couple of times. I passed by them. We've both, waved and nodded and whatnot and kept moving. I don't have a problem with that, but if I'm over here and I'm being stupid and not obeying what they tell me to do, then yeah, you might be messed up on that part. Because in the end of the day, they're humans too. They want to go home. Now you do have some that have issues, but you're talking about a man. You're talking about a human problem.
Yeah.
You have people that are evil in and of themselves just because people themselves can be evil.
Yeah.
So
Jaeger. Tell me, can I ask you a question?
If I ever answer, I'll answer.
So tell me, what can't you do in the United States?
Let me tell you.
Tell me what don't you have the freedom to do?
Let me tell you.
Ask me that.
Okay, I'll see if I can delve further into this for you to answer your question. There are a lot of white men out here that have a lot more freedom than what I have. So with the fact that they have more freedom than what I have, with what you said, about choices, and how you don't have to make the choices, like the choices of your ancestors can delegate the trajectory of where you're trying to go or hinder you from where you're trying to go. So as far I can't go up in a financially speaking.
But you better clarify what the fuck you just said real fast, because I don't know what the hell you just said. Clarify that. You just said my ancestors what?
Boy.
Come on now. I'm gonna let you think. I'm gonna give you some time.
I'm not thinking. You just have to listen, bro.
This is a deep subject, bro. So I ain't about to try to play you, bro. I'm not trying to play you. I want you to think about your response.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Like,
I'm trying to hear
what she just said. Like the choices that you make, is some of those choices and those decisions of upon your future didn't have to be made from you. It could have been made from your ancestors or people who are ahead, who paved ways for you to be where you're at. So as far as freedom goes, yeah, I have some slight freedom, but I don't feel free, period. Point blank. If that doesn't answer your question, then I don't know what to tell you, bro.
So okay, don't get so emotional and don't. So
I'm
don't
not
do
getting
that.
emotional. I'm trying to
Yes, you
clarify
are.
what I'm saying.
Yes, you are. It's okay. So listen, let me ask you a question. So what would make you feel free right now in the United States? What would make you feel free in America? Think about it. Don't
All right,
rush.
So
think about it.
I'll put a piece of myself out here for you and the world so that you can understand what I'm talking about. I've been doing electrical for 13 years. I've been with the same 3 companies for 13 years. I've reached a plateau in which I've pissed off some people who have a leg up in the electrical field. So I've been blackballed from doing jobs. So now I don't have the freedom to be able to go out and just do what I was doing, because now I have to not pick and choose, so to say, but make sure that whoever I apply for doesn't have that my name doesn't have the stigmata that's been put out there by those who tried to keep me down. If that makes sense. I've reached a plateau on the ladder of what I've done, to where I pissed some people off with the money that I made and how I came about it, and so they have pretty much blackballed me from getting the jobs and getting paid what I'm used to getting paid. Is that so in itself, I don't have the freedom to make the money that I used to make to support my family. I have to find other means. That's an example. Okay. I'm giving you, that's a piece of meat. Yeah, I'm telling you. You see what I'm saying? Like that's
okay.
I don't feel like it's really necessary, or it's really to me it's wrong for a person to do that. But again, there's laws put in place that people can take advantage of, and it just so happens if you have enough power and enough influence, you can ruin somebody else's life just because you don't like them. That's their freedom. But by doing so, you're cutting the freedom of somebody else.
I hear you. All right. Let's watch some of this James Club. We're probably gonna finish that out after this, because we've been running for almost about 2 hours.
Hey, I was gonna say, if you had a chance, if you could if you could show what I was talking about with Mayor Johnson earlier on about Chicago and that debt. I mean, if you ain't got time tonight, that's cool. But I did throw that out there for you to check out if you wanted to.
Hold on. Is a link you sent out, or
Yeah, it's in the chat.
The Blaze?
No,
it's
going to be the YouTube one.
I would like to know about that, because that's something that.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd put it out there, because you hadn't heard of it, so I thought that you would find it interesting.
I need you to change your Jaeger's really upsetting me.
Say what?
Jaeger is upsetting me for no particular reason. But
you asked.
Is it on the Blaze one, or it's the YouTube?
No, it's the YouTube one.
Okay,
It's the
hold
one
on.
before the Blaze.
Cause okay, hold on. I'm about to pull it up. because this brother right here, thank you for pulling this up. Because Jaeger, I love you, and I want the best for you. I want you to be successful. I don't wish nothing on you. I want you to. I want to go. I want to be able to go to you and let me borrow a couple dollars. You know, that's how I think. That's how I am. But there's certain things I'm picking out of how you know, I'm looking at certain perspectives you have, and I'm not saying anything, but I just don't agree with them. I'm just leave it at that. Let me pull this link up so we can give me 1 second. My computer is trash.
Well, me and you can talk. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, but it just.
I don't mean to offend you.
You're not offending me. I'm just upset. I'm just very upset. I just don't agree. I got a different type of fight. I got a different type of fight than everybody. My fight is by any means necessary, and not everybody has that same type of fight. So let's go ahead and share this. Can y'all see the stream? Can y'all see the video?
There you go.
Yeah.
You good?
All right, let's watch this.
Hi, Pat and Dina. Mayor Brandon Johnson says the hefty deficit is a reflection of the city's ongoing revenue challenges and rising costs. The $982.4 million shortfall for 2025 is attributed to increasing labor costs, a decrease in revenue from state corporate taxes, higher costs for city employee pensions and personnel expenses, $150 million allocation for ongoing migrant support.
Let me stop right there. Before we get to the rest of this, and let me rewind this a little bit. Let's look at this. They have a $982 million budget deficit. Chicago has a $1 billion, because I want to break this down because you know Anton is a C student, but I know math. If it ain't nothing that I know math. I'm a C student, but I'm telling you, and I've been saying this, and people keep telling me that we need to just vote people in based off of identity politics. And oh man, we gonna cook on this one. We gonna cook on this one. Let me move this around a little bit just to see something. They wanna put it off, but let me tell you something. They saying, for example, the revenue decline is largely due to sustained declines in revenue coming in, so tax money coming in. So what that means is it's a lot of people still leaving Chicago, okay? They then go on to say, let me blow myself up. They then go on to say that it's the expiration of one-time budget surplus. So basically they get a one-time thing, but then they factor that into the budget, but that's not something that's sustainable. It's similar to what goes on in Oakland, right? So what happens in Oakland, and I can't wait to break this down in a more extensive segment on the Millionaire Morning Show. So make sure that y'all tune into the Millionaire Morning Show in the morning. It's similar to what's happening in Oakland. And Oakland went through and tried to sell the Oakland A's stadium, which will not be able to sustain them from their police force and all of the different things that they have to do. And they have a brain drain in the place because everybody is walking away. The property values is continuing to go down. They don't have no police force, and they have no way to continue to sustain what they've already budgeted for this year. And if they didn't sell the A stadium, they would have had even more layoffs than happening right now because these blue cities are absolutely fumbling and going into the trash. Let me see. CPS, pension reimbursements. Okay, that comes along with being a city worker, which they should have been on a 401k in the first place because large companies have been doing away with pensions, and most of these people don't know how to manage the budget effectively. Increased labor costs. Of course, that goes along with whatever it is that you got going on in the city, right? So you'll increase labor costs. That goes along with inflation. So similar to what happens in the business. If you own a restaurant, you got more labor costs, you got all of these different things, higher food costs, all of that. And so that comes along with it. Cost increases to the pension and so on and so forth, right? But again, if you look up in the upper left-hand corner, it says the corporate fund gap of $982 million forecasted as far as the gap of that. So their budget is massive.
They have a massive budget, but they have a $1 billion budget shortfall. But what they're not telling you is this. This is a silver lining, and this is why it's important for me, people like me, and you not just go by what even they say on the news, because they're just reporting what Brandon Johnson told them. But here's the key, though. And I'm a deep dive. As soon as I get my hand on the budget, I'm going to try to get it before the Millionaire Morning Show. And as soon as I get my hand on the budget, we're going to start to break this down. Here's the key. The $150 million budget shortfall for migrants is the extra money that they spending outside of what they've already budgeted for migrants. So let's just say, for example, that they've budgeted $500 million, which I believe is somewhere around there, $500 million a year towards migrants. $400 million, $500 million. Last time I checked, when I was doing a budget, and I was going over the budget because we do this on the Millionaire Morning Show, of what was happening in Chicago, they had already budgeted, and I said what they're going to do is they're going to under budget, because there's no way that they're going to be able to sustain maintaining and taking care of these migrants with all of the hotel payments, with the migrant nursing, with all of this stuff. And that doesn't even account for police services. That doesn't account for what it is that they're paying for them to go to school, Medicare payments, all of that stuff, right? Because they have them on everything. They take care of them, and then those migrants come in and they rob you like they're doing over in Denver, okay? But what they do is they budget $400 to $500 million, and then they know that they're going to go over, and they tap into this rainy day fund over here and this over there, and really it's going to cost them $700 million, because we not even done with the fiscal year in which they budgeted for, and he not even 1 year into his term. But what he's basically telling y'all is, I budgeted $500 million for migrants, but I'm still short $150 million. And so that also goes into the $1 billion gap, in addition to all of the pension payments and all of the increased labor costs and all of this stuff. And so these people, these Democrats, they're running your cities into the ground. And I said it, Oakland is going to be the next city to file bankruptcy. Chicago is too big right now, so they just going to suffer. And eventually what they're going to do is they're going to start cutting city services. They're going to start cutting payments to teachers. They're going to start doing all of this stuff. And that's after they go up to Big Daddy Pritzker. They're going to go up to the governor, and they're going to ask him for more money and more money and more money. And then eventually Pritzker is going to say, hey, listen. You keep asking for money for public safety and cops, and y'all short 2,000 police officers and stuff. You're going to have to learn how to manage your budget. And what they're doing is they basically ruining the city for the constituents, the residents that has been complaining the entire time. They ruining it for y'all, and the city is going to go into the dump. Let me go ahead and hear the rest of this report, and we're going to break it down from there.
Let me ask a
Increase
question.
in revenue from state corporate taxes, higher costs for city employee pensions and personnel expenses, $150 million allocation for ongoing migrant support, and the uncertainty surrounding the $175 million payment for CPS pension.
All right, go ahead, Jaeger.
Now, I don't want to seem like I'm slow or something. I just want to be make sure I'm correct. So when these cities ask for these for these fundings, they're getting it from the Federal Reserve, right?
They're getting it from the federal government, not the federal.
The federal government.
Directly from the Federal Reserve, but it's the federal government.
So they're gonna have to pay back the government. These cities got to pay back the government.
Not necessarily. It just depends.
They can get a wasn't there a state that was bailed out? Was it California bailed out?
You remember when California got bailed out by a bunch of banks? I mean, the banks was bailed out
By the federal government.
By the federal government. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
you
got
know the
$27 billion in Biden relief. That was in 2021.
Do you remember? Do you know the difference between a grant and a loan?
Yeah.
A grant, you don't have to pay back. A loan,
you do.
You have to pay back. Okay.
So this what he's talking about, the $1 billion from Chicago. That's a loan.
That would be qualified under money that we just getting, that we just do what we want to do with. I'm not saying it's a grant, but it's just money that's coming in that we can disperse however we need to. Okay.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because when
This
he
is
said
billions and millions and billions, hundreds of millions, billions of dollars.
he's like when he said they're dipping into this fund and this and this extra relief fund over here and this extra one over here, like it's when he's talking about like teachers going to take pay cuts and all stuff. So who has to pay this back? This is the taxes being raised for all this money that's being allocated towards these migrants, or
Yes.
Who?
Yes.
Okay.
When they decide that they're going to implement these new, when they go and they do these budgets, and they try to figure out how they're going to cover the cost, just like it would be for a restaurant. You know, they want to raise the minimum wage. Well, to be able to pay those employees, they got to pass it on to
the customer.
the customer. Yeah.
So when you get your paycheck, what two taxes do you have to pay?
State and federal.
So that little $100, $80, whatever it is, that go into your state taxes. That money goes towards what? The state.
The state, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you pay federal taxes, that money goes towards. How many states we got?
50.
We have 50 states. So a little piece of your money goes into that Chicago fund, goes into that New York fund, goes into that California fund, goes into that Hawaii, Texas, Alaska. A little piece of your money goes into a big ass fund somewhere. And what you need to understand is a part of that federal tax money that your money is going into is going into housing illegal immigrants. Like, if you don't understand that, like, we paying to have motherfuckers come over here and take over our country. Now, you can be Israel, Islam, African American, Jamaican, whatever you want to be. But a little piece of your money is going into fucking you over. That's what you gotta understand. A little piece of your money is turning around and fucking you over. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
The Chicago Tribune says Mayor Johnson's administration has not ruled out on raising property taxes or implementing.
And then they pass the cost over to you. That's why the assessor's office got people's property taxes up over 86%.
Hiring freezes and layoffs to address the imbalance. The mayor and his budget team have not disclosed official details yet on their balancing strategy, but Mayor Johnson indicated their goal is to minimize potential cuts in city services. In a statement, he says, quote, "My administration is committed to finding solutions that balance fiscal responsibility with our obligation to invest."
So you can say whatever it is that you want to say about how you feel about what I think about diversity, equity, and inclusion and identity politics. But I'm gonna just tell you, when it starts coming back to the money, and you got a fucking school teacher up there running the entire Chicago multi-billion-dollar budget, you would never hire a school teacher to be a CEO of a company. You would never hire a school teacher, a community activist or leader to be man, this is crazy. It's insane. Let him cook.
And the people of Chicago. Together, we will ensure our budget reflects the values of equity, fairness, and shared prosperity.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion again.
Equity, fairness, and shared inclusion, or whatever the hell he just said. Look at this dude. He look like a cook. His wife runs him. Listen. This is the problem we have in this country. This cook It's the problem we have in this country. And why I disagree with a lot of viewpoints people have. I ain't gonna say who them people is. But look at this cuck. He's about to run his whole city into the ground. This is the mayor of Chicago. Lori Lightfoot was the previous mayor. She's a black woman.
Hey, lesbian.
Hold on. What's the movie? With the fist? And the jewels on it? What's it called?
Oh shoot.
Endgame.
What was the damn thing called? What was the thing called?
Avengers.
The Gauntlet.
The
Infinity.
the Infinity Gauntlet.
The Infinity Stones. Lori Lightfoot had 3 or 4 Infinity Stones by herself. She was a black woman. That's Infinity Stone 1. She was a woman. That's Infinity Stone 2. She was gay. That was the Infinity Stone 3. She had 3 Infinity Stones by herself. These Infinity Stones give you the almighty power to do anything you want. Okay? These
You
Infinity
gotta remember
Stones.
she was Democrat too. That's one of them. So.
Oh, that's 4. She was a Democrat, black, gay woman. Okay? She had almost a whole full gauntlet. She could have reversed time if she wanted to. Okay? So, you got to understand. This nigga here, this black man here, he got, 2, 3 infinity. He's a black man. That's 1.
He's a liberal.
He's a liberal. That's 2. He's a Democrat. So
then here's
Let
my
me hear
question.
what
Here's my
Go
question. You don't think that there's people who knows what he's doing that could steer him in the right direction, but decide not to because they want to see him fail? Because he has those Infinity Stones.
You thinking people are intentionally allowing him to direct them into the wrong direction?
Yes.
No, I don't. I think they're all in it together because they think that they can get something out of it too. Because there was another another report that came out where, was it him? I think it was him. Basically, like overpaying. What was it? His barber, paying him ridiculous amounts of money for a haircut. You have those that, like, you have people that they know what they're doing. They're just looking out for themselves.
They see that payday coming, so they keep you close.
And but he knows it too because he got up there and when he first rolled out, like, he told everyone what his platform was when he ran for mayor. He told them he wanted to be a sanctuary city. He told them what about the defunding the police. He told them all of that. He told them everything that he stood for. And they still voted for him because he was black. And then when the migrants started rolling in, and they kept rolling in, and kids started losing their schools, their community centers, things like that, they went to him. These are the voters. They went to him and begged him to change course. They begged him to fix it. Look at where they are now. That was probably about maybe 6 months ago, halfway into his term, or to his first year. So he knows what he's doing. They think they are right in what they're doing. They're blind to the destruction that they're causing. You can't tell me this man don't know how to balance a simple checkbook. But he wants to ride on the coattail of saying that he was an educator. That means you're a horrible educator. You showing me on the big stage that you don't know what you're doing. But no, I think he absolutely knows what he's doing, and those that are working with him are in on it as well. But you can go ahead and keep
$10 budget deficit. You don't have time. You don't have time. You are suffering. You are burning the city to the ground, and you've only been in office for less than a year. Yo, what are we talking about? Black people, wake up. Wake up, 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 wake up. Wake up. Right after the Democratic National Convention that was over there in Chicago. Wake up. Wake up. Wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. What are you voting for? What are you voting for? Wake up. What is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all letting these people continue to do what they doing to y'all, and y'all won't vote them out, and y'all won't hold them accountable? What is wrong with y'all? I can't wait to break down this budget. Ooh, it's going to be a hell of a show tomorrow. Fridays is a little more chill when I do the Millionaire Morning Show, but it's going to be lit tomorrow. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description.
So remember, Lightfoot was before him. They voted her out. They made her step down, and she was horrible. And they voted for somebody worse. So the voters, they're completely blind as well. They just wanted somebody black. Forget the policies. We just want your melanin to represent us, along with the party that we were told to vote for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Man, look, this nigga's a cuck. He's a fucking weak cuck. And he's gonna destroy the city of Chicago. He's already destroyed the city of Chicago. I'm not laying off. I'm tired of this shit. He's a cuck. He's a weak Democrat, liberal, democrat. He need to get the hell out of office. They need to bring a white man that got some power, because all these Negroes gonna vote for this nigga, think they gonna do something for him. No, they's not. He's not. He's not gonna do nothing for you. You're not getting no reparations. You're not getting no kickbacks. You're not getting no checks. I'm tired of it. I'm done. I'm over it. You can call me what you want to. Coon, whatever. I don't care. Boom coon. This a fool. You about to vote yourself into damnation. That's what you about to do. Go ahead, Jacob.
I'm listening. I'm listening because this is the first time I've actually heard about this. And
see,
that's
what. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I watched a show. It's called The Chi. Have y'all heard of that show?
I ain't got time to watch that bullshit.
No. I didn't ask you that. Have you watched the show? Have you heard about it?
I know a gay woman produces the show. That's all I know.
The crazy thing about the show is it sounds the same narrative of what I'm hearing right now, what I'm seeing right here in front of my face is the same narrative that's in that show.
Man,
hey, real quick, Jaeger, when I was talking about how much he spent, I mean, oh boy, I mean, I sent it in the chat as well. You can pull it up if you want to, but you can go and Google it yourself. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson spent $30,000 on personal grooming in 1 year.
Sound like that judge I was talking about. That they keep talking about.
But you keep up on them.
Huh?
So you can talk about all this, what we know, with headlines and all this. Listen, you're going to keep voting for him. That's the problem. Because he's black. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black.
think it's gonna be further down, but
This nigga getting groomed. Look at him. That barber making all kind of money. He about to make that barber rich.
now he made him rich. They said between 2023 and 2024.
Man, look here. What else I got? Cause I'm done. I'm pissed
No,
off.
that's it. That was it.
All that stuff that's going on just ain't doing nothing but piss me off. Okay, yeah, I ain't got nothing else.
Don't let
All
it.
right.
No.
Don't let it,
It's
because
over.
it's
Huh?
like I said, man. People now don't. They're more susceptible of a lie than the truth. The truth will not. When we grew up, it was tell the truth. The truth will set you free, and now it's like it offend the truth offends people.
You don't want to. You don't want to hear the truth.
Nope, they sure don't. And then if you do, they want to call you every name in the book.
Jaeger.
But now they have what's called now it's not just the news. Now they have media to be able to deter the truth quicker to more people so that they can get their truth out.
Propaganda.
I was watching Club Shay Shay, and they had what's old boy the black dude from Fast and the Furious. What?
Oh, was it Tyrese?
Yeah, Tyrese. And Tyrese told Shay that when Cat Williams got out there, well, Cat Williams went on the show, like he completely blew everything out of the water because everybody said that he was spotlighting on everybody, telling the truth. And I understand what Cat Williams what he did, but I mean Tyrese said it so eloquently. He was just like, he told his truth. You see what I'm saying? Nobody heard from Steve Harvey or anybody else that he put out there whether or not the truth was a lie or the lie was the truth, or they was guilty, or they didn't come out to defend themselves enough. So people assumed that what he was saying was the truth.
Yeah.
So, what's up?
Do you want to hear the truth or his truth?
What do you mean?
Or a truth. Do you want to hear the truth?
The truth.
The truth is, y'all gonna have to keep watching this channel and keep watching and subscribe. Make sure y'all share this video, and cause the truth y'all niggas ain't ready for the truth right now. The truth is serious. The truth gonna break your heart. That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna hurt your soul. You don't want to hear the truth. That's what the truth is. And the truth is, make sure y'all keep the truth, not my truth, not your truth, not a truth.
But the truth.
The truth is hard. It's hard. It's something hard to swallow. And I'm telling everybody. I'm telling Rush the truth. I'm telling everybody. I'm telling Jacob. I'm telling and what it ain't what you want to hear. It ain't sexy. The truth ain't sexy. It ain't sexy. I'm telling you. So, I gotta get my Rumble up and going. I can't talk about the truth on YouTube. I kind of want to talk about a truth on YouTube. So,
where else are you going to tell the truth?
You said what?
Where will you go to tell the truth?
I gotta go to Rumble to tell the truth.
I was about to say, bro, don't have me going.
I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be nothing what you want to hear. It ain't gonna be
no,
what
that ain't no dark web. No,
it ain't gonna be what you want to hear, man. That's all I'm saying. It ain't gonna be what I want to hear. It ain't gonna be what you want to hear. It's gonna be what Rush want to hear. It's gonna be
that's
what
it
is.
That's the thing about the truth. It's going to offend whoever because it's
going to offend everybody. That's why I can only say certain things on YouTube. I can't talk like I really want to talk because the truth is, I don't know. It ain't what you want to see. I'm trying to tell you. It's nasty. It's nasty. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this. I appreciate Russell Truth, Jaeger. I appreciate y'all coming on here. We're gonna go ahead and talk a little crap. We're gonna talk some shit. And yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share to Miss Russell Truth. We're trying to get her to how many subscribers? Where you at now? 130?
I just checked
50?
now. It's 149.
Oh, you not playing around. So okay. So we need to get Russell Truth. Make sure y'all go to Russell Truth. Subscribe and share her content, cause all I need to say is just look at the name, Russell Truth. And that's gonna tell you everything you need to hear. Jaeger, shout out. He got his ministry.
Truth Through Testimony.
Truth Through Testimony. Make sure you go to subscribe. Make sure Jaeger put it in the Make sure you put it in the comments. Your link to your channel.
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure you go subscribe to him. And yeah, we're gonna keep working, man. We out here putting out this content, man, because nobody don't want to do it. Nobody don't want to put out the real truth, man. Like, for real. I'm gonna get this Rumble up and going. So I ain't even got no Rumble, man. I'm gonna be honest. But for me to talk the real stuff I want to talk, we're gonna have to go to Rumble. We're gonna have to go to Telegram. Y'all gonna have to start paying for this knowledge. That's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah.
So yeah. So y'all got anything else? We're gonna shut it on down.
I've been having this feeling, man. I got this weird feeling like something's gonna happen tomorrow. I do.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
You gonna get up in the morning and wake up and you're gonna be hungry. You're gonna want to get something to eat. You're gonna want some bacon and eggs.
I'm talking about like something big is gonna happen tomorrow.
Like what? The world gonna blow up tomorrow?
No, like something along them lines. Like something disastrous is gonna happen tomorrow.
Do you want something disastrous? Do you want something disastrous to happen tomorrow?
No. Just know I said it.
I'm asking you, do you want something bad to happen tomorrow?
No, I want everybody to be good and in good standing.
So why are you even bringing this up?
Because
now, I will say this to kind of piggyback on what you're saying. Bro, you want to be honest? You want to hear the real? Something bad happened everywhere around the world, bro.
Every day.
Every day. Some kid got his head blown off. Somebody getting raped. Graped. Hey, you too, don't ban me for saying that. Grape. We say grape, Ryan. We say grape. Some little kids getting molested.
There's a lot of just unfortunate.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of stuff happening every day. Somebody just got their head. Somebody got blown up by a drone yesterday.
Look, and you asked me about freedom, and now you trying not to say something to get you banned from just talking. What kind of freedom is that, bro?
That's all we got to go to Rumble. We can talk freely on Rumble. I'm trying to get these YouTube views up, so you know what I'm saying. But listen, don't disrespect your country, man. Be proud of your country. Be
all that you can be.
Yeah, like we live in the greatest country in on the plane right now. Not the planet, the plane. And just be appreciative of the little bit of freedom you got. You know? So don't disrespect our country, first and foremost. Don't disrespect the little bit of freedom you got. Be respectful of everybody, your people. Love the people that's around you, your family, your kids, your mama, your daddy, whoever's still here. Appreciate them, man. Be thankful.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. That's just the way I am. I'm thankful for the little bit I got. And, you just got to go from there. Babe, we're gonna meet on Rumble. Peace out.
I'll end this with one more little thing, bro. What they call it? The last words of benediction. Look, if the seed that you planting ain't making a fruitful tree, then you ain't got then you can't throw shade.
Amen. Amen. Peace out. Like, subscribe, share, man. Hey, let us put in the comments what did you want us to talk about next. Make sure you go subscribe to my people channel. Bye.